Hey everybody, welcome back to Muck Club. Today, once again, this video is pre-recorded. We are not going live today. And today we are eating some gas station food once again. This time we're at the Speedway on 400 Muskingum Drive in Marietta, Ohio. The one I went to last time was on 7th Street. This is in the same town, but across town. And what I got today is we've got some deli sandwiches that are from their cooler section. We got four different ones here, and these were the four that they had to pick from. I'm not sure if they have others at different points as well, but today when I picked these up, these were the four that you could pick from, and I just got one of each. They've got an Italian hoagie sandwich here, and you can see it's like a hoagie sort of thing, and it's cut in half, and you got both halves there. And this one, the Italian hoagie, is $6.09 is what it cost. Then they've got a ham and cheese sub sandwich, also cut in half. These are all packaged exactly the same way. And the ham and cheese cost $5.49. So there's a little bit of variance here in the cost. Then they've got a beef cheesesteak sub sandwich. That sounds pretty good. I like me a good cheesesteak. And this one is $5.99. And then they've got a Club Supreme sub sandwich. And this one is $5.49. So the two cheapest ones, the most inexpensive ones, are the ham and cheese sub and the club sandwich, which are both $5.49 each. And then the next one up is $5.99 for the beef. It says beef cheesesteak. And that's probably the one that I'm gonna like the best. I'm just guessing because I love cheesesteak. And then the hoagie sub is $6.09. So these come, as I said, in this little plastic package. These are pre-packaged, apparently at this at their store, at their factory. Okay, I don't see on here any description of where exactly it's packaged, but I assume they have these packaged off-site and then shipped to the location, and then they put them in their freezers and stuff, or not the freezers, but their coolers. And they come with a packet of mayonnaise on the inside, or at least this one does. The Supreme Sub Sandwich has a packet of Kraft mayonnaise in there. The beef cheesesteak, I don't see a packet in that one. The ham and cheese, yeah, there's a packet of mayonnaise in that one. And the Italian hoagie sandwich, I don't see a packet in that one. So it looks like, unless it's hiding under there somewhere and I just don't see it. So some of these come with condiments inside and some don't, apparently. But, as I said in the last video, where I got food at Speedway, they do let you have as many condiments as you want for free to go with these. And so I went ahead and picked up some packets of Heinz Real Mayonnaise from their little display there they've got. So any of these that don't have the mayonnaise inside, I've got plenty here. So let's see what we got today. Which one should we start with? I'm going to save that beef cheesesteak for last, I think. So we got the ham and cheese, Club Supreme, Italian hoagie. I think I'm going to start with the Italian hoagie. So here's the Italian hoagie. This is how it comes. Fresh Take, Crave Away is the branding they've got on this. It's 7 ounces, 530 calories per serving. Let's go ahead and open it up. Okay, this is the Italian hoagie sandwich. Okay. Now you see what it's doing? You go to peel off the tab, it just rips off. So that's a fault right there. their tabs don't work to open it up. It just rips off, and you still don't have a hole punched in it. So I got me a pair of scissors here. Do it the hard way. Punch my own hole in it. So, Fresh Take Company or whoever it is that does the packaging on this, you might want to fix that packaging to where you pull on the tab and it actually opens up instead of ripping off. Okay, and once again, this is the Italian hoagie. Now here I've got it open. You can see it's two halves. Go ahead and take it out. Okay, there is a sauce on the inside. Looks like Italian dressing. And I'm a mayonnaise eater, but for the sake of the review, I'm going to go ahead and use what they gave us so that you can judge it by what you would normally get. Okay, so here's the half of the sandwich. You got the white bread. It's soft, it seems fresh. It's got a little bit of a sprinkling on top of the bun there. I don't know if you can see that up close. The little specks of the seasoning on there. You lift it up, and there you go. Is the meat. Looks like one, two. Yeah, two slices of, looks like ham. And they're folded over. And there looks like turkey. So two big rolls of ham and one small one looks like a turkey. So let's go ahead and cut this open. And I don't want to make a mess here. So I'm going to hold it over the container that it came in to kind of pour this dressing onto the sandwich. Just a little bit. Because if I pour too much on this, yeah, it's going to be all over the place. Now this packaging, I'm not impressed with. Number one, it was difficult to open. You had to get your own knife or utensil to cut the packaging open. Number two, the dressing, it's so sloppy that it's not intended for a sandwich. If you were going to use it to dip in, that would be different, but it would have to come in a cup. So if they were to put it in a cup, I could see that, and then you could dip your sandwich into the cup of dressing. But the way this dressing is, it's a liquid. It's not like ranch to where it's kind of a mixture of a liquid and a solid, where it's got a thickness to it. This is just runny. And so you pour this on your sandwich, it's going everywhere. So I would say this is not the kind of dressing and packaging that it's in that is suitable for a sandwich. Okay, I went ahead and poured some of that on here. Let's go ahead and try it. The flavor's good. That meat's good. It's got a little bit of a kick to it, a little bit of spice. I don't think that's ham. What is that? I'm gonna have to look under it in a minute. After I take the juice out of it. Okay, it's good with the dressing on it. I just wish that it had come in like a little cup or something, so it'd be easier to put on this without spilling it everywhere. I'm going to go ahead and pour just a little bit more on here so I can taste it. Just on the tip there where I'm biting. Let it soak into the bread for a second or two. It tastes fresh. And that Italian meat is very good. Can't really taste that turkey. That little thin slice, because you've got the two thick slices of this other meat that's overbearing it. And you can't taste it. You can hardly taste the turkey at all. So I would recommend that they add a little bit more turkey to it. Maybe another thin slice. Because you got like quadruple the amount of the other meat than you do for that. So you're not going to be able to taste that meat on it. Now how do I do this without spilling it? Turn it upside down. To read the ingredients. Okay. That's another bad thing about putting the ingredients on the bottom. I don't have my glasses on. And this print is so fine, I'm going to have to come back and read it to you after we're done. I'll put my glasses on. In fact, I'll get those right now. Alright. Okay, let's see what these ingredients are on here. And that doesn't help. My glasses aren't for reading, they're for seeing at a distance. And I can't read this fine print. Okay, roll. Hard salami. Okay, that's hard salami is the one that we're tasting. It's got a real good taste to it. Then provolone cheese. Okay, so it wasn't a slice of turkey, it was a slice of cheese. It was provolone. And so that just goes to show you how the fact that I didn't recognize that it was cheese even by by tasting it, because the other meat, the meat on it, once again the what is it? The hard salami. The hard salami overbore it so much that you couldn't even taste it to tell that that was actually cheese on it. So we got the hard salami here, which is very ample amount, but just that wee little thin slice of the provolone cheese. Let me see if I can lift it up to show you. See there, I lifted up the thin slice of provolone cheese. There you can see it better. It's just a thin little slice. But then you got all that thick meat on there, which I'm not complaining that they've got enough meat on there. That's good. But maybe a thicker slice of cheese in the future. Okay, once again, let's put dressing on this half. And put it back together. And going in. That is good. You know, like I said, I am a mayonnaise person. That's my condiment of choice. But for this sandwich, that Italian dressing goes very well on it. I would gladly eat this with the Italian dressing. Last bite. Alright, so that was the Italian hoagie. Now, let's move on to... Let's try the Club Supreme. Okay, we got the Club Supreme sandwich. Packaged exactly the same way. Now, here, see the tab? Get a hold of that little tab there. Pull on it. See, it just ripped. The tab just ripped right off. Try this corner. And it just ripped. I guarantee it's going to do it with all four corners. But no, that one actually worked. Okay, one of the corners worked. So color me surprised. Okay, before I finish opening it up, I'm going to flip it over, look at the ingredients. Now this Club Supreme sandwich has the roll, which they call the bread, and turkey, cheddar cheese, and looks like that's it. The roll, turkey, and cheddar cheese. That doesn't sound like very much for a Club Supreme. Only got one meat and one cheese on it. Let's open it up and take a look. Okay, there you can see the turkey, yep. Oh, there's something else on there besides the turkey. Let's look at those ingredients again. See, the way they've got these listed on here, you've got, like it says roll, and then it lists a whole bunch of ingredients that's in the roll. Winona, patent flour, water, shortening, special purpose for baking, soybean, etc. So you have to kind of skip over all that to get to the next one, and it's hard to tell what the actual ingredients are. Okay, so it's got the roll, turkey, buffet ham, and cheddar cheese. Okay, so it's got turkey and ham and cheddar cheese. So let's go ahead and take her out, take a look. And this one comes with a pack of mayonnaise. Here you got your half that's cut. There, you lift that up. So you got your turkey on the top. Lift up the turkey. And you got the ham, and this is falling apart in my hand here. And then you got your cheddar cheese on the bottom. There, you can see it. Okay. So we'll open up the mayonnaise packet that comes with it. And my hands are moist from the previous sandwich and from handling this. So I've got to use scissors to open it up. So once again, if you're on the go, um, you might want to have some kind of utensil in your pocket or in your vehicle. That's going to be a problem with getting these at the store on the intending to eat them on the go. If I were in my van, no, I don't want to finish that. Save it for the other half. If I were in my van and get these intending to eat them in my van, shortly after I buy them, chances are I'd have trouble. Probably wouldn't be able to get the package open in the first place, as I couldn't do with the first one. Had to cut it open, and then you have trouble getting these packets open too, unless you have something to cut them with, or just bite them with your teeth, I guess. So packaging isn't very good on these, but the roll itself, once again, this looks like the same type of roll as the other one. It's soft and fresh. Feels good to the touch. These ingredients aren't bad on it. They've actually got a very good taste. Mm. Now this one, obviously the ham is different from what we had on the previous sandwich. That Italian hoagie. The Italian had more of a spice to it, had more of a bite. This has just more of a traditional ham flavor and then turkey flavor for the turkey. And you can taste both of them on this. I can taste the cheese too, but I think I put a little bit too much mayonnaise on here because the mayonnaise is overbearing it. So the other half I'm going to eat without the mayonnaise. Good flavor. And it's fresh. Definitely something that would be good to have on the go. Okay. We got the other half here. You can see there's the turkey, the white, and then there's the ham, and then there's the cheese. It's not really placed evenly, so I'm going to move this around a little bit there. There you go. Now that's all covering it up. So you get a bite of each in each bite, or a taste of each meat in each bite, each ingredient. Mm. Yeah, it needs it, man. It needs the mayonnaise. Just a little bit dry without the mayonnaise. So I'm only going to put half of it on. I'm going to save the other half for later. And there we go. Okay, going back in. That's better. This is very good. Very good flavor. Surprisingly enough, so far I think I prefer the Italian hoagie. And I'm not typically the type of person that would prefer Italian meats, with a little bit of extra spicy flavor. If I were to pick between ham and turkey, whatever this one was on the Italian, with salami, between the choices of ham, turkey, and salami, I'm going to go with turkey usually. But between these two sandwiches, I'm surprised. But I like that salami. That salami had a really good flavor to it. This is okay too. It's just kind of, it's there. It's ham and turkey. But that salami had a really good flavor to it. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and take a break. Instead of eating all four of these in one sitting, I'm going to go ahead and take a break and then come back and finish the other two later. But stay tuned on the video. I'm not stopping the video. I'm going to keep it going. But in real time, I'm going ahead and pausing, and then I'll come back and do the other two. But as of right now, with the two that we've already had, the Club Supreme Sub Sandwich, I would give it a 6.5. I mean, it's not bad, but it's nothing spectacular. And the Italian hoagie sandwich, surprisingly enough, I'm going to give a 7.5. And that's saying something, because Italian hoagies isn't normally my thing. But that salami taste was very good. The packaging right now, that's taken away from the score. If I were to factor the packaging into this, I'd give the packaging a 2 out of 10. Because it is, I mean, it's secure. It's a nice container. It holds the sandwich in there without it getting all smashed and messed up. It keeps it fresh. But it's just so hard to open up. And I just, if they work on that and improve the packaging, make it easier to open, get these tabs to work better, then that'll go a long way. Okay, so hold on just a minute, and I'll be right back to eat the other two, and we'll review those as well. All right, so now we're going to eat the last two sandwiches that we've got today. And we've got, once again, we've got the ham and cheese sub sandwich left. And we've got the beef cheesesteak sub sandwich left. So let's start with the ham and cheese. Once again, I'm going to try this each time, is to go ahead and try to open it without the scissors. Nope. Didn't work that way. Well, there you go. I grabbed it. Well, no. It's even grab and hold that. Well, that's gets the sticker off. But the wrapper still stays perfectly sealed here. See? Try the third corner. Nope, that ripped off. Fourth corner. Nope. Sorry, Speedway, your packaging does not work. You cannot open these without scissors or a knife. Alright, so now we've got this open. Okay, we've got our sub sandwich this time. Okay, here's half of what it looks like. Got it split into two halves. Lift it up, and there's your, looks like salami. And see how thick that is? That's like rolled over. So it's rolled in half. And there's your cheese underneath. It's kind of sticking to the bun a little bit. Looks like cheddar. Cheddar cheese on there. And it's got one packet of mayonnaise inside that comes with it. So let's go ahead and open up our mayonnaise packet. Go ahead and put the mayonnaise on this half. Once again, their packets that they send is the Kraft Real mayonnaise, and that's actually my favorite brand. One of the two. My two mayonnaise brands that I use interchangeably is Kraft and Hellmann's. Anyway, here we go. Okay, we got good flavor here. This is ham and cheese. Once again, the bun is soft and it's fresh. The bun is what I taste the most of. The bread on this particular sandwich. The taste of the bread is overbearing the rest of the sandwich entirely. The meats and the cheese can't really taste for the bread. The meats are good. But I'm thinking it would be nice to have maybe another slice of the meat on there. Here, take a look at this. See the coverage on there? Doesn't quite cover it. Maybe it covers, probably 4/5 of it. And peel this back. And then there you can see the slice of cheese. But yeah, it's when you bite into a sandwich and what you taste the most is the bread, that's a little bit concerning. Okay, second package of mayonnaise on the second half of the ham and cheese sub. Once again, the bread is the same as the others before, I believe. Looks like exact same bread. Got the little flecks on there. You can see those flecks. It's almost like sesame seeds, but it's not. It's just little flecks. Not sure what exactly it is. Looks like that might be cottonseed. That is one of the ingredients in the bread. So there's little flecks on there. That may be cottonseed. See how thick the bun is there on the top half of the bun, and how thin the meat is. That's what I'm saying. The flavor of this is okay, but it's just that there's so little of it on here that you can barely taste it at all. It's almost as if you're just eating a bread sandwich. And that was $5.49 for one of those. So once again, not bad, but just not enough. I mean, it was fresh. The meat was fresh. The bread was fresh and everything, but just not enough meat to it. I would give that sandwich a 5 out of 10. It's just maybe average, a little bit below average. It might be even a 4.5. I'll go ahead and give it a 5 because the ingredients themselves are good and the taste is okay. It's got good taste, but it just doesn't have enough of the actual meat on it in order to even taste it, really. So, so that one I give a 5. Okay, now we got our final sandwich here. The beef cheesesteak sub. Before I try that, let's be fair, try it once again. Try to open up, see? Strips right off. Nope. That's 2 corners out of 4. 3. Oh, there, that one worked. Barely. Okay. So, once again, their packaging is really poor when it comes to getting it open without needing a knife to cut into it. So, that's a big concern, guys. You know, the whole point of these is to get them on the go. And people buy these, they want to take it out to their vehicle, open it up, and eat it while they drive. You know, put it in one hand and drive with the other, or just sit there in the parking lot, eat it, or whatever. But this isn't the sort of thing that somebody buys from a gas station and takes home. Obviously, I did here for the sake of this review. But nine times out of 10, if somebody buys one of these at a gas station, they're going to want to eat it right away. That is the reason why, by the way, they have the condiments there that you can take and put on it right there in the gas station, because it's expected that you're going to eat these within just a few minutes of leaving there, before you even get home. How is the customer going to do that if they can't get the darn packaging open? So that is a failure on their part, because of the packaging. And there's no condiments in this one. I guess since what it is, being a beefsteak, that it's not intended to have condiments on it. So, let's go ahead and try this one. Okay, now here's what it looks like. Again, the exact same bun. A little bit thicker on the meats there. Let's lift this up. Okay, there you got your cheddar cheese on the bottom. Then you got your meat kind of shredded up into little chunks there. You see that? How it's cut up and shredded up. And there's like one little sliver of this green pepper or whatever that is. And I'm going to look here in a second at the ingredients. See what's all is on here. But on this entire thing, that's it. Just one little sliver. So I'll put that back on. Let's flip this over and look at the ingredients. Beef cheesesteak sub sandwich. Okay, it's got the roll. And here I want you to see this. Why it's so difficult to read the ingredients on here. See that great big list there of ingredients? Now, I'm interested in seeing the word roll or bread. And I want to see each type of meat, just whatever plain generic type it is, like whether it's ham or turkey or whatever. And I want to see, the cheese and what type it is. I want to see those in bold. But instead you got all these fancy Winona patent flour, water shortening, special purpose for baking, soybean, hydrogenated palm and cottonseed sugar, less than 2% of yeast, salt, calcium, propionate, etc., etc. It's got all these details that are the same font, same size, same boldness as the word roll that's describing. What they should do is, see right there where it says roll, that should be in bold, because that is the actual thing that has these ingredients in it that follows that. Those should be the plain font, but the word roll should be bold. Then you fast forward, you get through all those ingredients of the roll, and you get down to here, roast beef. Roast beef should be bold. So you can just glance at this and see roll, roast beef. Cheese. Cheddar cheese. And green bell pepper. See, it took me way too long to be able to read those 4 ingredients. If those 4 ingredients were in bold on here, the customer could just glance at that and see what each of these things are. But instead, you got to read through all this technical terminology that tells you what the roll's made out of, what is inside the green bell pepper, and all that kind of stuff. I'm not saying don't put that information on there, but put the main ingredient, like the roll, or the beef, or the cheese, put that in bold, so it's distinguished, and you can just at a glance tell what those 4 ingredients are without having to read the other 6,000 ingredients on here. So, really, the packaging on these is failing miserably. From not being able to open it, from not being able to quickly glance at this and tell what the ingredients are. Just very poor packaging. On the other hand, as I did say earlier, the packaging is good in the sense that it's on there good, and it's keeping the food fresh. Because there's no air, believe me, there's no air leaking into this. But the problem is, there's no air leaking into it when you want to get it open, because you can't break that seal. Alright, same bread. Lift it up here once again. You can see that little sliver of the bell pepper and the cheese and the beef. Alright, let's go ahead and try it without the condiments, without the mayonnaise. Just to eat it the way that it's intended. It's a good bite. I got part of that pepper in there. That green bell pepper. So I got that in the taste, and it's good. The pepper tastes fresh. Again, I'm tasting mostly bread. So I'll just take a little bit of the beef off of here and just get a taste of it. Not getting a lot of flavor from it. Okay, there we go. it almost doesn't have much of a spice to it. So it's a little bit disappointing on the beef there. I expect it to have just a little bit more flavor. I can tell the cheese is there, but it's real subtle. What I'm tasting the most of outside of the bread is actually that green pepper there, which is surprising because there's so little of it. Just that one little sliver. But the way I placed it on there is that I'm getting a little bit of it in each bite, and it's strong enough. I mean, it's not overbearingly strong, and that's coming from a person that doesn't like spicy foods. So this isn't that by any means overbearing when it comes to spiciness. But it's there. You can taste it. And that's good, I think. Now here we are down to the last bite. See how much bread's left? Open it up. And there's hardly any meat left on it. About half of it. See, that's empty. And the cheese covers up all the way. But that's just to show you how much more bread there is than the meat itself. That thin little layer of meat. So this is a little bit disappointing. I was expecting that this would be my favorite because I do like a good beef steak. But it's like with this, there's hardly anything to it. Okay, now this piece, this half, there's more to it. Just that one half of it was a little underloaded, and this one's a little bit overloaded. I guess they just got distributed unevenly on here. So that's pretty thick on there. This side is probably going to be better. But there, no bell pepper. No green pepper on this half at all. Just that little sliver was on the other side. So they went skimpy on the green pepper. There, see the cheese coming off the side? Okay, let's go ahead and try this bite. Mmm. That is better. Now, that's more evenly placed on there. You're getting a better cross section of the beef, the cheese, and the bread, minus the pepper. Just wish there was more pepper on there. But this half definitely has more beef, and so you're getting some flavor at this time. And again, the flavor of the meat is a little bit bland for the type of beef that you expect to get on a beef steak sandwich. You expect it to be a little bit spicier, have a little bit more flavor, a little bit more kick. Okay, so this one, I give them points for having more meat on this half of it. In fact, if I had realized before eating that first half that they were that the meat was distributed differently on the two halves, I would have taken some off of this half and put on the other half so that it would have been distributed a little bit better. I mean, that's the sort of thing that happens sometimes when you're preparing a sandwich. Sometimes you're careless and you don't even out the ingredients properly across the entire thing. But that much of a difference between one half and the other, that was a big difference. So that's something that I believe they should have caught in preparation. I give them points for freshness of the ingredients. And of course, this packaging that's so hard to get into probably has a lot to do with that. It's keeps it sealed properly, so that's a plus of the packaging. But the drawback of that, again, is it's so difficult to open up. So, tip for you guys, if you do head down to your local Speedway, get one of these sandwiches, make sure you have like a pocket knife or a pair of scissors or something in your vehicle to open these packages up if you're not planning to wait to eat till you get home. Because I guarantee you saw how many times I tried to open these packages and ended up having to resort to the scissors. I guarantee you, chances are that you are not going to be able to get it open without having like some sort of utensil to actually break the seal. And I was just commenting about the volume of the ingredients, particularly the meat. But I had to take off points for the flavor on this one. It's disappointing because this is the one that I expected to have the best flavor. And outside of the, what was the one that we had? The club, was it? The ham and cheese. The ham and cheese was the most bland because it just had that real thin layer on there. You just barely see it, barely taste it. This, even though you got a large amount of the meat on this half, the taste is bland. The taste is really bland on it. So I have to take points off for that because I expected this to be my favorite. And it's not. So on this one, I probably would have been ahead to put mayonnaise on it, even though it's not supposed to have it. So this is another tip for you. If you are on the go and want to pick up one of these real quick on your way to the gas station, grab some condiments on your way out from their little display thing, and grab a couple of those. Pick whatever it is that you want, because they've got different stuff to pick from. Get a couple packets of something to put on it to add to the flavor, and maybe that will help get rid of that blandness that's on some of these sandwiches. Alright, so that's it. Four sandwiches from Subway. That one, I'll also give a 5 out of 10. Those last two that we just had, the ham and cheese and the beef cheesesteak, I give those both a 5 out of 10. And see, then we had I'm getting mixed up now which of these is which. See what rating I gave the others on it. In fact, I'll just put it over top. Okay. Ham and cheese, beef cheesesteak, the hoagie sub, and the club sub. Right there. That's what my scores are. Anyway, I'll go ahead and put those in post-production. But anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll see you next weekend on Muppet Club. In the meantime, check out the channel. We've got some more stuff going on here. We've got our reaction reviews where I react to TV and movie trailers. And we've got our light side music review reactions show where I react to different songs and artists that you recommend. So go ahead and recommend what you'd like me to hear, and if I react to something that you recommended, I'll send you a shout out on that video. We've also got the light side conversations. We've had a couple episodes already, and we will be having some more here in the near future. So check out the channel. There's a lot of stuff going on there. Hopefully there's something in addition to Mutt Club that you enjoy. But first of all, just hit the like button on this video if you did like it, and comment down below, and let me know if you can think of some place that you think I should go ahead and try out their food, or if you can think of a specific food item that you want me to check out, and maybe we'll go there next weekend. But anyway, thanks again for watching. We hope you have a great time, and we'll see you next time. Everybody have a great week. Bye, everybody.